I swear, some of my best ideas, this be sounding crazy. Some of my best ideas and thoughts come when I first wake up and when I am brushing my teeth. And the thought that came to me the other day was me being my worst enemy. And with that being said, hi, my name is Deandra, and welcome to the Daddy Issues Where podcast. Purr. So, what got me thinking about this was I was brushing my teeth. Like I said, best ideas come in the morning for me. Some of y'all might be like at nighttime, but mine is fresh in the morning. All those creative ideas and just my thoughts start to come running. And the thought that I thought about was being my worst enemy. And when you really think about it, it's like you kind of are your worst enemy, especially when you don't believe in yourself or you're not taking yourself serious or not putting in your full potential into something that you know that you see yourself doing. And what made me think about it was really this podcast. Like, this podcast has been on my mind since last year, y'all, beginning of last year. And I'm like, what took me so long to start? And I think the main corporate was that I didn't really believe in myself. Not only did I not believe in myself, but I was so in my head about what are people going to say, how are they going to feel about this, like what is it's just a lot of what ifs. And it's like, girl, if you don't just post it. What are you worried about? Who's stopping you? At the end of the day, it's me versus me, and if I'm not going to put it out, then who will? How long would it take for somebody to take the idea that I have, or the creative, yeah, the creative ideas that I have, and decide to execute them because I don't? And I do feel like our ideas are not just ours. Some of those ideas will get bounced around to other people, and it's literally a fucking rabbit race. Whoever gets it first is the winner. It's all about who's going to execute it, and it's also about being consistent and dedicated into something. I know for a fact that I don't see myself working a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. It's not something that I don't like working for other people. But we'll get into that in another episode. But I don't like working for people. And to get out of that, I know it's going to take consistency in doing something that I know that I like to do, something that I would enjoy doing that would make me money. Because sitting at a desk working for somebody and giving my energy to a company that doesn't give a damn about me is not something that I see, especially if this is a company where I'm not really even making money like that. Like, it's only helping me a little bit just to be a little bit substantial, but not a lot to the point where if I wanted to call off, I know it wouldn't affect me in a negative way. But yeah, I just got to thinking about it. I'm like, you're your worst enemy. You're your biggest critic, but you're also your worst enemy at this moment because who's stopping you from posting and doing what you need to do to make it out of the situation that you're in? Because getting another 9 to 5 is not something that I see in my near future. I want to stick out the job that I have now to the point where I can't anymore, or God forbid, not gonna I get fired or something. But it's like I wouldn't even care because not all money is good money. This job is here. I know it's good to the point where it's helping me pay my bills or my rent, I should say. But it's not good to the point where I feel I'm making enough where I could save to get something big of a purchase, such as a car. So it's not making men's eat, men's meat. Really, I'm hungry, y'all. I'm making a pot roast, some macaroni, and some cornbread. That's so off topic, but yeah, I'm throwing down in that kitchen. Um, but yeah, I was just thinking about that, and how I really just want to get on my shit. I'll be 29 next year. Like, that's so fucking crazy to think about the fact that I'll be 29. And I've been on YouTube. I've been on YouTube since I was a kid, like 10 years old. But I deleted all those videos because I'm like, who wants to see me dancing and telling Jawan Harris that he's my man? Like, nobody wants to hear that. So I deleted all those videos. I really wish I didn't because those are memories for me that I wish that I could go and look back at that are in video form. Not knowing that I would be doing this 10 years later or 20 years later, I guess you could say. Not, yeah, well, maybe like 18, 17 years later. Like, it's crazy to think about, but I have been on YouTube for a long time, and it's like it's been on and off, on and off, and I'm tired of doing that. I want to prove to myself, like, fuck everybody else. I want to prove to myself that I can do this. I can stay consistent longer than 30 days, longer than a video. I want to prove to myself that I can execute this shit and really put it somewhere, like really take it somewhere because I know if I'm consistent, that's the key for everything is just consistency. Working out, eating right, freaking shit. Everything is about consistency. So if I'm consistent and I'm on my shit and I'm on my grind, I know that I can make something out of this. This is day 2 of me recording my podcast. Officially the first episode, This is the first episode of That Issues Where, and I think I'm coming in with a big slam foot up the ass, talking about being your worst enemy. I hope that y'all can hear me good. We're still working on where the mic is gonna be and all of that. We're new to this, but true to this. But we're gonna get it together. Um, I just noticed that's my first time saying here I go in my head, starting to get into my head, but I feel like I'm doing way better with this than I was with my pilot. But I just don't want to be my worst enemy. I don't want to be the person that doesn't believe in myself and like what's the point of doubting myself? It's like I don't have anybody else doubting myself, my doubting me, my bad, doubting me. But my circle is too small to even have anybody be like, oh no, you can't do this, you can't do that. So it's really me in my head thinking that I'm not going to be able to achieve these things that I see, but I know that I can, but I'm just not executing it because I'm worried about other things. And I'm tired of that loop. I'm tired of going back and forth with my brain. And I understand that your brain tries to keep you safe. So if my brain knows my comfort is not really posting, it's going to keep me that way. But I'm trying to train it to get to the point of being comfortable where we're posting every week. That's my goal this month is to actually post a video every week. So I've been recording. I ain't gonna say I've been recording like that, but this podcast is something that I'm gonna start posting. I'm sure that on my channel I'll probably get back into my fashion and all that. But right now, Mama wants to talk. And I'm gonna get these points across because we have to stop being our worst enemy. We have to stop being our biggest critic and get out of our head. It's okay to think about stuff, but to constantly overthink things, especially things that you know would affect your future in a positive way, you shouldn't be thinking about it over and over. If God or the universe gives you a sign or a gift and it's telling you to execute it, you should do it. Don't be scared. And this is me talking to myself as well. Like, stop being scared. What's the fear? What's holding you back? Who's holding you back? It's like we have somebody chaining us to a wall and they're telling you, you can't do it, you can't do this, you can't do this. And that's not the case at all. It's literally just you and your mind. It's mind over matter. It's literally mind over matter for everything. And I think when you get to the point where you're tired of going in the same cycle and you're tired of not seeing changes for real, that's when you're going to put your foot down and you're going to get in your own ass. You're going to get deep in that ass You're gonna get up in there and you're gonna finally be like, enough is enough. And I'm ready to execute. I'm ready to do what I said that I was gonna do in the beginning. Because if you don't do what you say, you're literally just letting yourself down. You're lying to yourself. And it's like, how horrible, how disrespectful. To me, disappointing yourself and not committing to the promises that you made for yourself is worse than somebody spitting on you. Like, honestly, no. That might be right up there. Like, that's literally hand in hand. Somebody spitting on you and you not taking yourself serious is like literally PB&J. They might as well kiss each other, because how disrespectful of you to yourself to not think that you are not that girl or that boy, and execute. That's our word of tonight. It's execute. Double checking to make sure we're still recording. We are. But that's the word of the night. It's executing and not being your own enemy. But honestly, execution. Girl, I can get that tatted on my forehead right now because the word is just like, wow. It's literally just right there. Like, damn. If you don't put the pudding in the sauce, how would you ever make banana pudding? Okay, I'm done. I'm done playing around. Seriously though, we gotta stop being our worst enemy. If there's anything that you want to do, even if it's the smallest thing, like, shoot, wanting to learn how to make a proper sandwich, like, if you say you're gonna do something, it's not, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, or I don't know if I should because I don't know if I'm gonna do it right. If I don't know if I got the right ingredients, when really all the ingredients you need were already in the cabinet. You just wasn't looking hard enough. You just wasn't trying hard enough. Like, you literally just were not trying hard enough. The PB, the peanut butter was back there in the corner with the popcorn stuff. The the jelly was all the way in the back of the refrigerator, 2 months from expiring. Your bread was good because you put the bread in the refrigerator. It's gonna last for a long time. But how long though before it start molding? Y'all, I'm spitting stuff that I don't even mean to say. Like, seriously, how long before those ideas start molding and then you gotta throw it away, and then it comes another man's treasure because you didn't execute? And I don't want to be like that. I be feeling like, not saying no girl stole my ideas, but when I think about the girl that did the what did she do? Coca Cola or Dr. Pepper. It tastes so good and something. I forget what soda she did the commercial for, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The girl that did the pop commercial. But I was just telling my mom, like, not just telling her, but like when that shit came out, I was telling her like maybe 3 months prior that I wanted to start doing jingles and stuff. And it's like when I seen it, I was like, oh my goodness gracious, she Ani S. She literally took my idea. And it's like, it's not that she took my idea, but it's the fact that other people have the same idea sometimes, not all the time, but a lot of people, there's a lot of people in the world, y'all. There's over a billion people. I don't know how many. I know it's not just a billion, but I can't give y'all a direct number right now. But there is a lot of people in this world. So to think that you're the only one to have an idea about something is absolutely absurd. You're not the only one. So when you get that idea or that itch to create or to go out on your dreams, do it. Don't let nothing stop you. Don't let nothing stop you. Because I know for me, I just don't want to look back on my life like 15 years from now and be like, damn, I should have did that then. That's like the worst feeling for me, is thinking about my life. If God gives me that many more years, not on what? But if he was to give me that many more years, it's like I don't want to look back at this moment and be like, damn, I wish I would have did that sooner, even though everything happens when it's supposed to happen. But if I didn't start now, I wouldn't want to look back 15 years later and be like, damn, why didn't I start then? Why didn't I take myself serious? What was holding me back? Nothing was holding me back. I should have had that fuck everything and everybody mentality the whole time, because that is also what it's about, is saying fuck what anybody else got to say. If I stand on something, bitch, if I like chicken fingers with mustard and ketchup and you don't, I don't care. I don't care. You don't have to like what I like. You can like what you like, but I'm going to do what I do and I'm going to do what I want at the end of the day. Be yourself. I just felt like you don't want it to be too late, you know? Like, even though, no, there's no age limit. You could be 45 and start a podcast. You could be 45 and just going to college, just graduating, deciding that you want to be an actor or an actress. But don't let it get too late. Like, don't let something crazy or outrageous happen to the point where it stop you from doing something, and then you're like, damn, I should have did that before this happened, or I should have did that before such and such. Because you never know when it's too late. You never know when something crazy is going to happen that's going to change your life forever. So I feel like, again, if you have that feeling to act on something, do it. What again? What be stopping us? I feel like nothing is stopping us, and unfortunately, we live in a society, we live in a world where having a job and that's the norm, which it is. It is normal to be making money in this world, but I feel like it shouldn't be to the point where you're miserable and you're not doing what you love. If it gets to that point, like, of course, we have people that are supposed to work. We have people that are supposed to work. It's just like the freaking bee and the ant economy. Like, you have your worker bees, you have your worker ants, you have your queen bee, your queen ant. Well, I don't know how ants work, but I think they have a queen ant or something like that, y'all. But you have steps, and or just not even steps. You just have different parts of the economy, of the ecosystem. And again, you have some people that are made to work. Some people are okay with being at a job for 25 years. That's not theirs. Some people are okay with being a greeter at Walmart for 30 years because they don't have anything that they look forward to. But when you're somebody like me, who, it's not that I don't like to work, it's that I don't like to work for somebody or do something that I don't love. And I feel like it's a small percentage of us, or a small percentage of people that understand where I'm coming from when I say working a 9 to 5 is not for me. It's just not. And I knew that from a little girl. My job, thinking, when I was growing up and as a little girl, I never thought of being a doctor. I never thought about being like a teacher, working like a being president or anything like that. I always thought of fashion. I thought of music. I thought of all the creative fields. I never thought of working a 9 to 5 though. That was never in my idea. I always see my name in shining lights as a little girl. So it makes sense that my spirit doesn't align with the shit that I have to do, and it's so draining. So draining. So I know again that I have to stop being my worst enemy. I have to put my foot out there. I have to start saying fuck the thoughts, because they're not real at the end of the day. These thoughts are not real. It's just me versus me. Like, not even me versus me. It's just my freaking brain making these thoughts and telling me that, which I don't even know what it's telling me. It's like it's a fear of what? What is so scary about doing this? Who cares who sees it at the end of the day? Cuz what can they do? Whoop me? You know, like, not even that sense, but it's like nobody can do anything to me for putting my voice out there. So it's like, what's stopping you, babe? What's stopping you, babe? Don't let it stop you, babe. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't help myself. But we've been talking for 20 minutes. Um, I think I'm done. I feel like the videos are gonna build up, momentarily. It's gonna start getting longer, but for now, I think 20 minutes is long enough to talk about being your worst enemy. There's other topics I can go into, but I really don't wanna. Not in this one, at least. I would rather it be something else. And I kind of, again, want to build my momentum and get back used to recording without thinking about it and just editing. Like I said, it'll grow. Like, I really feel like the length of the podcast episodes will grow. But, anyways, this is Daddy Issues. Where? My name is Deandra, and thank y'all for watching the first episode of my freaking podcast. Catch y'all on the next one. Ciao.